Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing a book by Ola Awonubi called Love's Persuasion. Love's Persuasion is a romance novel and it's published by Ankara Press. Ankara Press produce romance novels from African authors, so African romance novels. And this is my first African romance novel from Ankara Press. So how did I find Love's Persuasion? Love's Persuasion it's interesting, and it's a story about love across class divides. So it was about a guy called Tony who was from a wealthy family. He had schooled in England from when he was 10. He came back to Nigeria to lead his father's finance company, and while he was there he met a lady, an employee at the company called Ada, and he fell in love with Ada. Ada is from a poor family, so she was in Lagos trying to make money in Lagos. So she was working in a job at the finance company part-time, and she was also studying as well at the university. So she was balancing that while he was from, he lived in a posh, nice flat in a nice area in Lagos, in Ikoyi. He had a 2-bedroom, bachelor's pad to himself, while Ada lived in a poor area in Lagos, and she lived in a house where she shared a room with someone else. She shared bathrooms with shared a bathroom with over 10 people. So she lived in a different environment from him. She even thought, this guy, Tony, that likes me, he doesn't know what it's like to struggle. He doesn't know what it's like to go through a lot, because she felt he had everything from given to him and on a plate of gold. So it was looking at whether their love would be able to survive that class divide, whether, even looking at how she was able to even manage a workplace relationship, whether she was able to hide it from other employees in the company, and also whether people wouldn't perceive her as this money grabbing lady. So the story was looking at whether they would end up together or not. And then the other area that was another theme in the book was missing parents' expectations. So Tony's father, expected that Tony had been sent abroad to study, that he would, naturally he would want to lead the company, even though Tony had other career interests. He loved books, so he had done some publishing, writing work while he was in England. But because, he had to abandon that passion for some time, because he was going back to Nigeria to work in his dad's finance company. So I was looking at throughout the book, I was, wondering okay, would Tony be able to pursue his passion of writing and books alongside working in a finance company? And if you're wondering how Tony and Ada, their paths crossed, they met at a work party, and they had some common interest in that they both loved books, they both loved literature, so they would chat about books and different authors, and then that was how their love, went through different stages. And Ada's life was tougher, because there was a part of the book where it said, Ada's family, anytime they needed anything, they would call Ada, healthcare bills, Ada, school, university fees for her younger brother, Ada. So a lot of things were on her shoulders. So it was looking at how she was able to manage that, and also whether her love with Tony would survive. And did I enjoy the book? Yes. It's quite small, so I finished it in a day, in a couple of hours, and I enjoyed it. I met Ola, the writer at Africa Writes Literary Festival at the British Library, and she told me she's currently working on a new book. So I'm hoping to get my hands on the book when it's published, on her new book when it's published. And in the meantime, she has some short stories online on brittle paper, and I think on her website, she has a website, so you can check out some of her stories. I'll leave Ola's Twitter handle in the video or in the links below, and you can check out her work. And yeah, I recommend it. Thanks for watching.